Good evening, and welcome to the Love Speak podcast, where it's time to get back to real love. I am Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, is with the Empress Nia Ma'at at Moore's Journeys. And welcome to the Love Speak podcast. Once again, y'all, this is our very first show. It's like the inaugural show. And make sure to like and share this video. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of the Love Speak podcast. Peace, Empress.
Peace, peace, peace and purpose, Emperor, Earl, Makula, my brother.
You already know what time it is, man. We got the first show. This is really gonna be a treat.
Oh yes.
Man, we talking about tonight. Love don't live here anymore.
Not at all.
The broomstick prank or sexual assault. We got a real dilemma on our hands because it seems like the culture is normalizing certain behavior.
Yes.
And that's not love. Like that's
It's
not
not.
real love. That's not real love at all. And we need to talk about this because I don't think people are talking about it. I don't think nobody really is. Surprisingly enough, I talk to some people and I ask them and I say, hey, you seen this broomstick prank thing? What you think about that? And some people be like, man, I don't even know what you're talking about. I never even seen it. Like, what's that? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
So, we wanna examine it tonight. We got a few of them. We're gonna play for y'all. We're gonna, what do they call it? A reaction. We have we gotta give some reactions.
Wow. My
And
reaction when I saw it, when my brother showed it to me for the first time, I was like, what in the world, Earl? He's
right.
like, yeah, this is our topic. And I'm like, my.
This it's bad, right?
It
It's
is.
bad.
I'm still stunned by it. I really truly am. Mm. But let's proceed whenever you're ready. Let's show the people what they look at as entertaining.
As entertainment,
All
right? This is
right.
this is crazy. Um, I'm gonna pull this up,
Okay.
and I'm telling you, I talked to one person, and they were so shocked when they saw this, and they said, man, you know, like whether it's a prank or not, like why is this even going on? Like why is this even something that is that
Allowed.
we are okay with.
Yes, publicly, like whatever. Crazy.
So as we play it, if you want me to stop it at certain places, I can. Okay. So
Yes.
you
Because
just
we
let
might
me
have to
know.
speak on some things.
Yes, we may have to do that. So
Oh
here we go.
man.
This right here is Steezy Go Crazy on YouTube. And it's funny as Walmart's price. I don't know. This isn't too funny,
Not
you
at
know.
all.
But we're
Mm.
gonna check it out whether it's staged or not. But here we go.
Oh shit!
My bad. I
You
just
just what?
trying to get the peel and stick wallpaper on some shit.
Oh, you look good.
I was on some shit.
I mean, you can peel and stick me.
What you mean by that?
I mean, whatever you take it as.
Shit, what's your name though?
I'm chocolate.
You said chocolate.
You think that's real? Do you think this is real?
So I think that, okay, some of them, okay, this is just the first one, so I don't want to spoil it. This one seems staged. It does. But either way, even if this is his response, look at the rest of them. This is just the first one.
This is
I
just the
don't think
first one.
all of them are staged, bro. Like, for real.
I mean, to even try to normalize an interaction like that, like why would this be
A
like
prank.
okay, so they get together, all right. Now, 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 I could be wrong. I don't know, but this doesn't seem like it's dating with a purpose.
Oh,
All
not at
right.
all. Not at all. Any
Uh,
man that can just walk up to a woman and put a broom in between her legs and she's laughing it off and asking him, "Hey, you know what's up?" Like, what? You don't know this man. He doesn't know you and he just disrespected you like you weren't nothing. And this is a prank, but she went along with it. Even if it is staged, you don't want this to be streamed. But for him, streams get views and all those things. But in this case, it's degrading to women, and she's willingly partaking in it. So,
whether it's an act or not, right? So we don't have to worry about if she'll meet mom and have to have that story of how did y'all meet, right? If she'll
oh yeah,
meet,
she's not making it, just like the last 50 girls.
she said she's not making it. I know that's right. Let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Nonsense.
Crazy.
You must want me to ride something.
You said, huh?
You must want me to ride on something.
What you
Wow. That's the response.
I guess the women are looking at him like, I guess they like him after they see that it's him or after they see what he's doing. But it's like, even if you do like him, you don't know him. You don't know this man and you let him do this to you. And you're asking him, you're saying to him, even if it was an accident and not a prank, you're saying to him, if it was an accident, you must want me to ride something. 3 times in a row, louder and louder. Our women like this hypersexualization of us. If you're slightly even touched, you're like, hey, what?
A hypersexualization. That is that is
Yes,
that is actual that is accurately what this is.
it is.
A
And it's normalized.
hypersexualization,
Yes,
you know? And I mean, I don't want the young brother to feel like we punching down,
right.
or the sister in the videos, whether they acting or whether this is real and that's how, but people watch things long enough and then they try to emulate, it becomes real.
Yes, and it's us. And if we have anything live streamed or anything that we're doing, it should be purposeful. It should be intentional. Let the other people do their things, embarrassing us. We don't need to keep embarrassing ourselves though. So for these people to be all of this on these streams, and no offense to the women that are here on the videos looking the way they look, no offense to the man that is doing all of this, but it's like at the same time, it is offensive to our people because look at what it's showing that we're okay with this kind of behavior. Where back in the day, we were forced to be sodomized, buck broken. And look at us willingly choosing modern slavery today through our own preference and choices to hypersexualize ourselves publicly, knowing that they already do it privately and publicly to us.
For likes.
Crazy.
For likes.
Exactly. For streams. Hey, check
For
me out.
streams.
I'm degrading my people and myself. Crazy.
But it's funny though, right? It's funny.
Yes, because it's like the reaction, like, are you crazy? Like,
It's
this
it's
can't be
funny though.
real.
Nah,
Yeah,
this
it's
this ain't funny.
yeah, it's a
You
prank.
know,
Remember, we're supposed to
like
laugh. It's a prank.
I know what satire is, and you know, sarcasm,
Irony, yes.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, just blunt comedy.
Right,
A lot of times in comedy, but in the black community, like you'll hear people say like oh, that might be some white boy stuff.
right.
Okay. So what they may be referring to is like, oh, that's a white person's funny, or you know, but
Yes,
you have to understand the different levels of sarcasm and smart aleckness and things like that. You have to understand comedy. You have to like uh Seinfeld and like Dave Chappelle, you
right,
know, but you have to
right.
be exposed to it to understand it so you're not offended by it, right?
Exactly.
That's the point I'm making. But what is this? Like, this is none of that.
Exactly. And that's the thing. There's balance in humor. You have dark humor. You have silly humor. We have a lot of combinations of laughter, as it should be. Sometimes we just laugh
There
for
we
no
go.
reason. But this right here, where you just laugh out of joy, out of happiness. But for this, when I watched this, I was like, this isn't funny, like at all. I don't see the prank. I mean, I see his interpretation of why he would have a prank or do this publicly for our entertainment or reaction, but for
For
me,
not for hours.
yeah, for
I'm trying,
theirs.
I'm trying to find out for who the 13K likes, you know.
Yeah, and
You,
more people that might be, I hate to say it, but hypersexualized too.
yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I think
We're
so.
watching it to prove a point, but we were flabbergasted when we saw like, this is not entertainment. This a prank. This ain't a prank.
This can't be a prank.
Right.
I'm almost at a place where I'm just like, like Walmart shouldn't even allow this to be going on.
Exactly. Because it's looking like sexual exploitation to strangers. It's looking like sexual assault. And we going to get there, right? we going to get there, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. This just real quick, it was a boycott on um February 28th or something like that, where
Mm-hmm.
people was trying to, boycott different businesses and stuff.
The
Um,
DEI, yep, those spaces, supposedly.
but I'm thinking this is a larger purpose right here.
Mm-hmm.
To stop the defamation, the hyper sexualization,
Sexualization. Mm-hmm.
you
Of
know,
us.
allowing it to happen,
Right.
in your store, in your, in your workplace.
Yeah, it's like public recordings. I mean, yeah, we have freedom of speech. We have Amendment number 1, freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and the right to petition the government. However, when we're out here doing things to strangers, to potential customers, but Walmart don't care. However, if it was one of our businesses, we wouldn't want our people in our business recording them doing things like this in our spaces. We wouldn't want that. I know I wouldn't. If I had a store, I wouldn't want people to come into my store, my
Not
people,
recording this, not
not in
recording
my
this
stuff.
behavior. I don't
Yes.
care. I don't care what language or complexion. This behavior is not
Yes.
acceptable in my place of business. No.
Exactly. This
We
is sexual.
got children walking around.
Yes.
We have elders walking around.
Yes.
Like, it's supposed to be some decency, some respect, some moral,
Yes.
some real love. Like, what happened to it? Where's God? Like, what happened? Is
There we
society
go.
is
The
doomed.
Yes, exactly. The public spaces are supposed to be kid friendly,
It's
family friendly.
ridiculous. This
And
is
they're not kid
ridiculous.
friendly. They're not family friendly. This
Not
is
Nothing is
bar and
family.
club behavior. Not even
Yeah.
that.
I don't even think that's what bar and club. I mean, you at least gotta buy a drink,
Yeah,
has some conversation or something.
right?
You
Even
know, you
worse.
you might even have to cut a rug, you know.
Right.
But they don't dance no more though.
Yeah,
But
you could just grab them, do whatever,
but
especially with
I'm like,
these. No
seriously
offense, but
though?
especially with them.
Especially with them. Who's them?
These ladies here that are consenting to whatever publicly in Walmart, okay?
This is wild. This is wild. Let's get to this next clip.
Okay.
Hold up. That's full crotch, right?
Yeah, completely. What in the world, Earl? And she's squatting. She dancing.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I liked it.
Wow.
People on that stuff.
Oh
Oh,
shit,
you
my
don't even
bad.
gotta do with that.
You said, huh?
You don't even gotta do with that.
What you mean?
You trying to you wanna catch the fan?
Oh, I was looking for the toilet paper.
Oh, so
But
you don't wanna
I can.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
Lord have mercy.
We must stay focused, brother. We must stay focused. No.
Excuse me. That was you?
You know what?
That was you that just touched me?
Oh, this issue.
Yeah.
See, I was trying to get some. You feel me?
Okay, well, you hit me.
I hit you.
Yes.
Did it at least feel good?
Did it feel good?
Yeah. Are you don't fuck with us?
Now, if this right here is not scripted,
Mm-hmm.
that was sexual assault,
It
100%.
was. It was. And she's turning around, like having conversation, showing like she's against this. Like, what are you doing? Was that you? She's trying to confirm to make sure, like, what you gonna say? Is this you? Did you do this to me? Clearly nobody's around, sugar. So yes, it's him. So she knows, but she's just saying to confirm to see if he's going to confess. And he did. And now she's repeatedly asking, and he's having a conversation. Did you like it? Like, what? At this point, she should be like, follow me. Let's go on up to the front. Let's stop this BS that you're doing right now. And I'm about to report you and get you banned from the store. So let's do what we got to do. And if you go any further, I'm going to press some charges. Or she could do that instantly if she wants to. But it's
I'm
like,
like,
you
how
got to
she
stop
ain't throw the
foolishness.
bottle of mayonnaise at him? You know what I'm saying? Like how the bottle of mayonnaise ain't, and some N words and some who the whats and
Yeah. Like
like.
instantly being mad, cursing him out. Come, bring your tail with me. Let's go. Because when I call, they need to be here for you, and you need to be right here. Don't go now. Let's see
So
how many other women in here you're gonna assault.
so even if it's acting, right? Even
Hmm.
if it's acting, that even if the act, listen to this now. Now she's smiling right here. So it's leading me to believe that this is staged too.
Yeah, it is because she would have done something,
Okay.
right?
But then when they try to go into a dialogue, this is the thing that the young mind doesn't can't what you call comprehend. They can't interpret,
Process. Hmm.
process that. Okay, yeah, she turned around, the smile, they thinking maybe, oh, the smile, she liked it. No, like disrespect. Now listen to what he says.
See, I was trying to get some. You feel me?
Okay, well, you hit me.
I hit you.
Yes.
Did it at least feel good?
You hit me. Well, did it at least feel good?
Because he's deliberately now confessing that he did it on purpose.
So even the dialogue is like to encroach and then to still persist
Yes.
and pest, you
Right.
know, antagonize, and that's assault.
Yes, because he didn't apologize. He didn't say, "Oh, my bad, I do apologize." He said, "Did it at least feel good?" That was his response after she said, "You hit me."
So even as an act, it's still normalizing and saying that this is okay because it doesn't. That's one thing that I haven't done. I haven't looked down to see, and
Comments.
it's no description.
Mm,
So nobody tells you if it's fake or if it's real.
right. And
And
you know that.
and that's the thing. That's where I have the problem with it. That's what my problem is with it.
Right.
Like on that level of, I mean, I got a whole problem with the whole thing, like just
Right.
even perpetuating this BS, right? But at the same time, I'm just like, where is it? Where in the description does it say it was staged? Two adults. Like, why is it not required to even have that? So it isn't
Yes.
misleading thinking, so we don't have a whole bunch of young boys, all the broomsticks sold out at Walmart, and it's a line wrapped around the corner like it was during the pandemic, you know.
Right. Like
But
as a
it's just
disclaimer, hey, disclaimer, this is a prank. Do not attempt this. This is staged. All the people were in on it or something at the end. at least of the video or something so that people aren't attempting. But this is the thing though, like, it's kind of like when you're reading a book, the authors or the producer or the founder, whatever he's wants to call himself, the streamer, the vlogger, his intention, what is that? To inform, to persuade, to entertain, to question, to convince. Like, what are we trying to do? So it's like, I look at it like this. He knows why he made such a bland caption and didn't title this. He knows why he didn't say disclaimer. He wants the viewer to interpret this however they do and doesn't care what the overall interpretation or intentionality or what was received. Where with somebody like us, we included, this is a prank. We at least hope it's a prank. Okay, we pray it's a prank. Well, not even praying or hoping, but it's like we don't want our people to be
I pray it's AI. you know that
Yeah, me too,
and
bro. I
that's
wish. I don't
you
think they can
know
do this good though.
the graphics haven't gotten that good yet.
No, not yet. We need like some 7G, 6G.
I'm serious. I would feel a lot better if this were AI, because then it's like, okay, this is some really just some made up, you know.
Right.
But I would still be offended
Yes.
because you know, like, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to women. It's disrespectful to my sister, to my mother, to my
Right.
daughter, to my niece, to my
Mm-hmm.
auntie, to my cousin. Like, it's disrespectful to all women just to think that, like, that's what women have. Like, it's that easy now.
Yeah.
Like, is it that easy now? And then there's no respect. Just,
Right.
you just grab a broomstick and be on some play, and
Right.
then, on some sexual assault play for real.
Right.
Then you just
Like
go violate women, and you just, I mean, what do? Get in your car with your broomstick and ride around to all the different Walmarts all day and just see how many chicks you could bag and how many, you know, like, come on, man.
he said, so what do you do? Just ride around in your brooms with your broomstick out there?
Ride around on your broomstick all day, right?
We got some black Harry Potters out here now.
Yeah, Black Harry Potter.
They're
For
not as
real.
there. He's not being as intentional though.
This is horrible.
I'm telling you.
Oh shit. My bad. My bad.
What you got going on?
My bad. I just I was looking
Hold
to
on, let me
get
call you back.
the doggy sticks.
Doggy stick?
Yeah.
You need doggy stick?
Yeah, I got a dog at the crib.
You got a dog?
Yeah, but I'm really trying to get to know you though. What's your name though? Diamond, how you doing? Shit, you look mad good though.
Thank you. You look good yourself.
I look good.
Yeah.
Shit, I can get your number.
So he couldn't leave with that. He couldn't leave with this. He couldn't leave with this right here.
You look
Right.
good yourself.
I look good.
Yeah.
Shit, I can get your number.
Thank you. You look good yourself.
I look. How you doing? Shit, you look mad good though.
Thank you. You look good yourself.
I look good.
Yeah.
Shit, I can get.
He couldn't leave with that.
Nope. He got to
He
get
had
her number.
he had to leave with the broomstick first, though.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. So
Exactly.
where's it at? Let me go exactly to it. Let's see.
I'm really trying to get to know you though. What's your name though? Diamond, how you?
Okay, so he couldn't just leave with that. What's your name?
No, because he had to humiliate. I really think that his goal is to be like, look, y'all, this prank can instantly turn into love. Look at how my women are. Look at how they do. I've done this enough to be able to gather exactly how they'll respond depending on the woman because of me. So it's like, oh gosh, it's like, why can't he just leave with his real intentions? But this is also his prank or his response. Oh, this is what I meant to tell you, Earl. It reminds me, and I'm gonna send this link to you too for next time to kind of piggyback off of this. There's this guy that lives in Atlanta and he has a live stream and he pretends that, he's homeless, he ain't got nothing. and he's talking to these pretty girls that are walking by, but he only gets the ones that are walking. And he has a Lamborghini or these fancy cars, right? So his car might be a half a block down and he's right across from it where they can see him walking. So he'll say, "Hey, how are you? You're beautiful. I'm so and so. How are you?" And the women will be like, I got a man. I ain't trying to talk to you. And then he'll be like, "Okay, beautiful. Have a nice day." And then he'll walk to his fancy cars, and you should see the women run into him. So he does it as a prank to be like, "Look, y'all, look at these women. Watch what they about to do. They don't want to talk to me when I'm just dressed regular, being nice and kind and speaking to them. But when they see what I drive, this is how they run to me."
Yeah,
So
it's
he's
like it's like
staging.
it's like a gold digger prank. I've seen
Yes.
that. I've seen a lot of
Yes.
guys do that. Like I mean, that's huge in Miami,
Yeah.
Houston, uh, LA.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you say that guy is in Atlanta?
Yeah, he's
Atlanta.
in Atlanta. And this is
Yeah.
similar though. Cause he's literally like, "Oh, my bad." What's their reaction? Let's see what they do. Then they look at him and they're like,
Oh
"Oh,
no, oh no, no. This I'm gonna say I can't agree with that, Empress. I'm
well,
gonna
I'm not
say,
saying that,
look, I'm gonna
this is
say this
complete, but it could
is
be a possible
slutty.
thing.
This is
Similar.
slutty and
Yeah.
defamating. You know,
Yeah.
like if I okay, so here's what I say about the guy faking being a bum, all
Right.
right, and being dirty, all right. First impression is everything, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to a first impression, once I'm at the place where if a woman gives me her attention, then I already know that there's a possibility if I am trying to obtain that there's a
Right.
possibility, unless I talk myself out of it or I do something crazy, that we can have sex because
Mm-hmm.
she's already physically attracted to me. Like that physical attraction is the law of nature. Like if you see something you don't like, you be like, ugh. If you see
Right.
something you like, you be okay. So
Right.
so that's the first thing that is always.
Yes.
So that's why the sex is easy. All right.
Right.
Like people don't understand that yet. A lot of people haven't come into it because they just still, living in lust. However,
Exactly.
however, he's presenting himself bummy. Like
Yes.
nobody desires to entertain someone who looks nasty. Looks like if you get close to them, you might catch something, or they dirty, or they sick, or something like that.
Well, this
Okay,
is the thing though. Sometimes he doesn't. Like, okay, he does it to do it in his bum attire sometimes, but sometimes he's like dressed and they still won't talk to him.
but that's fine. So like
Yeah.
even if you're
Until they see it.
dressed,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even if you're dressed and then
It's
that's where
first
you
impressions.
right. Even if you're dressed, you still may not be. Like I think I clean up very nice. You
Mm-hmm.
know, but that don't mean that every woman want me. You
Right.
know,
Right.
so So understanding that is like you're not going to get chosen especially when you're approaching all the time, right? You're going to get the more you approach, the more turn downs you will receive. Like as a young man, the more women that you try to talk to, the more you're going to be prepared for. You have to be prepared that you're going to get turned down a lot. Like if that's what you out here doing, okay?
Right.
Because your intentions are just to be running through women. Your intentions are not trying to find someone to be your life partner, your wife, your other half, your better half, your sun to the moon to your sun, the night to your day, and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like you're not looking for that. You're just looking for something,
Exactly.
So you're gonna get turned down. You're gonna get rejected a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's normal. Like when I see that, that's normal. That's
Right.
not, I don't look at that as part of the prank, like, oh, that experiment type thing. Being a man, I understand how that works. All right. The thing is that we live in a world where now everything is hypersexualized, like we was talking about earlier. And then over monetized, right?
Right.
Where everything is just money, money. Oh, he got this, or what you got? What can you do for me? You
Yes.
know,
Chasing bags, not keeping up
right?
with your children and doing what you
So
need to do because you're trying to get a bag. Yeah. Or
so
impress the
it
man.
so so a nice vehicle has never not been something that didn't attract women.
Right.
You know, I call women who hop from I used to call them, like in the country. You know how the dogs chase the cars up the road?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call them. You know, so women who hop from car to car. Oh, he got a nice car. That's why you date him, because he got a nice car. Oh no, he handsome too. Oh, you a dog
Exactly.
because you chase cars, like in the
Yeah.
country. You a country dog.
Right.
You
Just
know,
based off of what it
so
looks like.
yeah, so I understand where
Mm-hmm.
like some of the slang, some of the urban slangs come from, and things like that. So
Yeah.
I always, not saying that I didn't want for those women to not be like that, wishing that they would do better, but and never want any of my sisters, cousins, nieces, women in my life to be that way,
Right.
you know. However, that's how I always looked at that. So you're gonna always have that because girls like shiny things.
Yeah, girls. Like you
girls
said,
girls like
girls.
shiny, yeah, girls like shiny things, you know.
Right.
So it's until you get that maturity where you realize, you can still put glitter on a piece of shit,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Everything that glimmers isn't gold.
So how many pieces of shit do you have to go through though? And that's
Exactly.
that's what then that's the one person's own thing they got to figure out. But
Exactly. Their choice. You gotta have boundaries so you learn from your past. Like
or you
being
keep
crazy.
repeating it, or you keep
Yeah.
repeating it,
The
right?
same cycle, being stagnant, stuck, no progression. And we wonder why. And I mean, I'm just tired of that's why I'm grateful that we're able to do this because if our people don't learn self love first, if you don't love yourself enough to have standards, to have boundaries, to have your own ethical system, your own code of ethics, even if you ain't never seen it, this is your life manual. And if you want to move sloppy, okay, you may not be as progressive as you want to be. You may not get there as fast as you know you actually could. So it's really just up to us to be progressive and purposeful because I hate to say it, but and I typically don't talk this way, but I'm tired of watching the whole shit.
Tired
I'm
of watching
just
the whole shit, right? Because
I'm tired of it, and I told you on this show that I'm not gonna be on my teacher for my students, on my teacher stance, my mommy stance.
it's all right. It's all right.
Because like I am tired of it and it's like I'm young and it's like to be young. I mean, I'm 36, but it's like I still feel so young. I really truly do
Yeah.
because of what I've seen, and also it's like I'm jovial. I'm grateful. I still feel like, even in the mind of children where it's like I could be anything I want to be, but now they don't, a lot of them don't think that way no more because they don't have teachers or parents that even know their purposes or even know themselves. Some of the teachers, they just teaching for a check. That's really not their subject or their forte or their passion or purpose in life. They just know that they don't want to have a degree and not do nothing with it. So what
Right.
do? You become a teacher. And I'm just like, y'all need to step down because the mothers are allowing the school system to do their jobs. And then whatever they don't do, screen time, the TV screens, the iPads, and the phones, they accommodate the child. And then mom might have a little bit of time, less than an hour a day, to really learn and study and observe her children and their progression day to day, to really give herself enough self assessment to say, wait, hold on, this is my progression day to day. And it's a level of self love and your desire to say, this was me yesterday, but what am I going to do to max out today? And if children never see this from their mother, if we don't change, the world fails. The world can rise. The man can't rise no higher than us. The children can. We give the men access to have a baby. Gracious. If we don't do our parts, and it's women that are like, you could do whatever with me. You can have a baby and not marry me. You can
Yeah.
just do
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
They're like,
like
hey,
this,
the first time
broom,
you done had a baby with them, man, you don't know him,
because
and
the
you
because
just met him and let him do this.
and we get the broomstick prank.
What? Earl.
you know, just reaffirming those type of things, making sure that
Yes.
those things continue to happen, making sure
Yes.
that those things just continue to happen.
Right.
So that cycle, let's have broomstick pranks so we can make sure that this cycle continues.
Yeah.
You know,
It's heartbreaking.
who is this? Shout out to Ben McCoy. It's propaganda. These pranks are promoting sexual harassment and physical assault and gives the perception that black people are okay with being violated. Man, salute, Ben.
Exactly. I think that's actually my friend Saul. Saul, let me know if this is you saying
Man,
your name is Benjamin McCoy.
yeah.
But
Don't blow nobody up. That's who they want to be on YouTube.
oh my bad. He knows I'm like this. He knows. He's okay.
Putting
They are
that.
right.
I'm gonna call you Mr. McCoy, man. It's salute, but it is.
Okay. Thank you, Benjamin McCoy. You're
It
exactly right. That was very thorough.
it is
Profound.
promoting sexual harassment and physical assault, and it does. We got to put that back up there, and it's promoting, you know,
Yeah, it gives the perception that black people are okay with being violated. Like you can do whatever.
nonsense.
Modern slavery. It ain't no shackles. It ain't no chains. And people are consenting to it. It's fine. No problem. So remember we were talking earlier, well, after we watch all the videos, because we want to make our bar reference and our
Yeah,
club reference.
you
But
know.
yes.
But I just want to say I hated. I absolutely thought that this was distasteful. I think all of these pranks are distasteful, extremely disgusting. But
Yes.
you know, but if you want to lead like this, here's an example that you can lead with this to start.
I mean, how you doing? Shit, you look mad good though.
Thank you. You look good yourself.
I look good.
Yeah.
Should I can get your number? I'm trying to lock in with you though.
Let me see. Like I
Okay, that right there was respectful.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly. He should have done that first.
you look good. He complimented her. She said thank you. She complimented him back. He said thank you. He asked,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, can I get your number?" Okay, like what's wrong with that, young people?
Right. Right. This is why, like, yeah, okay.
Look at it, all the way up her skirt.
You should have stuck it in.
Wow, wow,
Oh,
wow,
oh my gosh, man. This is
wow,
insane.
wow.
What? Oh shit, my bad.
Don't he ever get tired of posting the same video?
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. It was an accident.
Was it really?
Maybe, but it was an accident. I'm sorry. Hey, excuse me. I can get your number.
You lucky.
And I see me standing right here.
My bad. I did not mean to try to do that.
You did that on purpose?
I ain't doing it on purpose.
I feel like you're trying to be funny right now.
Nah, but I get your number then.
You playing with me?
Nah, for real.
Yeah, you cute.
I just said, let me see.
What the hell? They're on that stuff at this point. That area,
Yeah,
they just on that stuff.
yeah, you cute. Why not?
What?
Why not? Why not?
I can't believe this. If a man would have done that to me, I would have been like, you need to get your ass up out of here. Like, talking to you trying to get my number? No, come on. Come on. Let's walk with me. You want to talk to me? Walk your ass with me up to the front real quick so that we can get your tail banned from this place from publicly doing this. Crazy.
It's ridiculous. This is
It is.
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Man.
Here we go.
Damn, what you do all that for, bro?
You tripping.
What's up
Get
with
the
it,
broom.
bro?
Get the broom and cut your ass.
You made me drop my broom and everything. I'm just trying to clean my stuff up, bro. Damn, bro. Damn.
There we go. Whoop his ass.
Okay. So that right there looked like a case where somebody wasn't with it.
Exactly. The only one.
Her immediate reaction was like, what the
Exactly. It's a
Damn, what
reflex.
you
Like,
do
I'm gonna
all
whoop your
that for?
tail.
You tripping.
What's up
Get
with
the
it,
broom.
bro?
Get the broom and cut your ass.
You made me drop my broom and everything. I'm just trying to clean my stuff up, bro. Damn, bro. Damn.
Now that was the funny part.
Excuse me. Do you know where the end of that shit just went?
Oh, where it go to?
Inside of between my legs.
Oh, for real?
Yes. Are you sorry or what?
You fuck with that shit, though?
I mean, it depends.
It
I
depends.
mean,
It depends.
do you fuck with that shit though?
Earl. What?
Do you fuck with that shit though? Do you fuck with that shit though, Empress? Like,
Hell
come
no,
on,
I
man.
don't. But she's like, it depends
Come
though.
on,
Like,
fam.
when?
If you sorry or not.
Nah, I ain't sorry if you don't fuck with it, but if
I mean, you ain't do it right. Like,
I ain't do it right.
if that's how you was gonna try to play it off.
How about you let me do it right? We can talk about it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You sure?
Let me get your number. Talk about it more.
She gonna ask him for the number.
Try.
Oh.
Try it.
Try.
I'm gonna try it next time, but
I think we've seen that
Yeah, we did.
already.
We saw that one.
oh shit, my
What
Not
bad.
this one.
the fuck you doing?
Let me get this carpet right here.
Didn't you fucking see me standing right here?
Nah, my bad.
Okay, but you saw me standing right there. You acting like you didn't see me standing right.
Okay.
Oh shit, my bad.
So, young man, I just want to let you know, touching a woman's buttocks, even with a carpet, is still touching her body without her permission. It is still sexual assault.
Mm-hmm. And when you
Okay.
don't apologize, you clearly did it intentionally.
Okay.
What you doing?
Let me get this carpet right here.
Didn't you fucking see me standing right here?
Nah, my bad.
Okay, but you saw me standing right there. You acting like you didn't see me standing right here.
You look good as hell, though.
Thanks, I guess.
Let me get your number before I go.
My number, you didn't even apologize.
Bro, it was an accident.
It wasn't no accident. You know you saw me standing
Bro,
right
where my phone at, bro?
What am I getting your number for? You didn't even apologize to me.
Bro, it was just the accident. I'm sorry.
How you gonna apologize?
My bad, fine shit. Just put your number in the phone.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like what?
Just put your number in the phone. Don't worry about it. Just so no self-respect.
None.
You know,
Automatically
this is
forgave him, and he had no remorse. Didn't say anything. Like she had to tell him to apologize. What else? The list goes on.
if you cute, I give you permission to disrespect first, then ask for my number. Yeah, shaking my head too.
I'm telling you, Bubbling Brown. I like that
No,
name, Bubbling Brown.
no self-respect
Not at
all.
all.
No self-respect.
None.
I agree.
No morale, no standards.
Yeah, Ben. This is what the youth are looking at. This is what they're looking at.
Without us giving this interpretation. They're just like, wow, this is funny. Oh, let me try this. Like, this is crazy. One day our people will be free, bro.
Oh, somebody right here?
Yeah.
Oh, did I hit you?
Yeah.
It was an accident. I'm sorry.
He playing blind.
I'm good. Where you at?
Right here.
Right here? Huh? Oh.
Oh, my like bro, like it hit you? Oh shit. Oh,
Oh
you
my
for real? I
gosh.
ain't gonna lie, like I can get like your number.
Yeah, you can get my number.
Oh damn.
We can probably do content with him.
What y'all do? OnlyFans?
Yeah.
So y'all trying to collab? Shit. Oh,
Oh hell, we're doomed. We're doomed.
See, I was trying to get some up there.
You need help with something?
Yeah, my bad. I was trying to get the broomies.
You need help with something?
Hmm.
Broomstick prank or sexual assault?
Sexual assault.
Sexual assault, right?
Yes, every last one of them.
You know, so is are we normalizing sexual assault in American culture?
This is what we seem to be doing. It
'Cause-
seems like we don't have the Willie Lynch theory. Most people ain't even read it no way. So they don't know what they're actually living out. So it's like we are living out an agenda that was predated to assure that our behaviors remain as such. And this time they're not doing it to us. We are willingly doing it to ourselves, which is a major problem, which is why we don't have love. It is lust. If you look at someone and you like them, I had a conversation with my friend. If you look at somebody, you can go and get a prostitute. You can go on the corner and pay some money. But these women are like, you ain't got to pay no money. These women in these videos that we just watched, prostitutes know they just see first attraction and they're fine with it. They don't need to know anything else. What's your diet? Your level of dysfunction? How do you heal from your traumas? What are your vices? Who are you when you're not on a screen? They don't care. I've gone to the beach, like my friends are like, look, Siobhan, and I'm like, what? They're like, look at him, and I'm like, I'm looking at the waves. Like I'm here for nature, for the beach. And they're like, look at this. And I'm like, why am I looking at his crotch? What is that going to do for me? I don't want this man. I don't know this man. I don't want no parts of this man. Why are y'all stopping me from sun gazing? Okay.
right?
Y'all over here trying to deal with a man. First of all, you don't know him. And men perpetrate at the beach too. They can do God knows what in their speedos. Ain't no telling what they're doing. Even in the water. And women are like, oh. And I'm like, y'all. It's just like at the club. If a woman walks past and she's beautiful, men are gonna go crazy. But that woman might have 12 kids. Okay. That woman
Yeah.
might have 6 fathers and be looking for another one. That woman may not know herself. That's why she at the club showing that ass.
Mm-hmm.
So you want a woman that you could just smash and she can make you baby daddy number 5
Mickey
if you
baby
want
daddy
that.
number 5.
Like,
or
and
or,
men
may,
that don't care is like,
or maybe number 5 on her list stacking bodies up because
exactly.
maybe she trying to get Wilt Chamberlain numbers.
Yes, but
So
you never know because men are trapping women and women are trapping men. And if you don't know them and you only see this, you don't know what the moment is going to be, which is why it's very dangerous for people to not give a damn on such a high level. Like, and then even publicly, even if they didn't know that the guy was streaming or that it was cameras, you're in the public. What if somebody saw you in Walmart and they're like, she just let this man do this? And she's saying this, like, you have no, like, you're in the public, no remorse, like
but
nothing.
it's mind your business now. It's mind your business. You
People are
know,
crazy,
young people are like have no respect for anything.
right?
Clearly not even for themselves.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly. They should be ashamed. And it's like parents. This is why parents need to monitor what their children are watching. What is your child watching on YouTube? When they are with a woman or with a man or the opposite sex at 16, what are they prone to do? Like, we should know our children. And to have stuff like this out here without people saying, hey, This was a joke. The women on here, they're actors, they're actresses. And this was a joke to just really let y'all know, unfortunately, how easy this is to do. But it was a joke. So don't do it. But we're
Right.
just hypothetically saying that this could be true. But also at the clubs. You could just bend a woman over at the frat parties. You can go to a Q party and end up in the air. I'm speaking from experience, my freshman year of college. All my friends were like, yeah, Siobhan, frats. I was like, why are they barking at us? Why are they barking? What's wrong with them?
Not the cues, not the dogs,
Yes.
not
And
the
my friends were like, yay, Eagle Pride orientation. So
all
we
the
all at
dogs.
orientation, like, yes, before we go to college. And the cues are like, let's get those freshman girls. So with
Crazy.
me, I didn't know any of this. And my friends are like, let's go. So we went out, go to the Q party. And guess what happens? I walk up in the party. The Q that invited us, he's greeting everybody. I'm like, hey, peace. This is my friend so and so. We're talking. And guess what happens? My baby ass, my 18-year-old ass, at a party for the first time. I go all the way up in the air without my consent. Got in between my legs, lifted my body all the way up. I'm literally beating this man's head to tell him to put me down. My stuff is in his face. I am on this man's shoulders. This is why when I saw the whole broom thing, a man could easily slip his head under you and lift your body up. And this happened to me, let alone like a person doing this. A broom, that is awful. But a person, like, you instantly, you gave me no choice, no nothing. I'm talking to my friends and now I'm in the air. You're going to get punched. I'm going to beat your ass until you put me down. And then I'm going to make a scene. And that's what I did. And then we left. And they were like, Siobhan, chill. I said, no, I don't know nothing about these. Listen, I'm from Warren County, okay? I don't know nothing about this kind of stuff. And men don't do this. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Not in school, not at my shows, not anywhere. So
Yeah,
I'm like, oh shit, like in college, at these parties, this is dangerous. You don't know these people. They can lift you up, and next thing you know, your stuff and your greatness and your sacredness that nobody can get to is in a stranger's face.
yeah.
So there are some spaces, it's like, no, that's why I carry now. Of course, I'm gonna always do it. So don't try me.
Right.
Don't try me, y'all. Don't do it, okay?
I don't think.
But
Hey, look.
yeah,
Stay away from the frat parties. I think everything will be all right. I think everybody will be safe.
exactly.
Won't
I love
nobody
my
get
cues. I
shot.
love my people, but be aware of those barks, okay? Be
For
aware of those
real.
barks.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That is crazy. That's super crazy. But
Yes. I was like, I know not. And my friends are like, Siobhan, yeah, that's cool. And I'm
man,
like, no, the hell it ain't. I'm like, are y'all crazy? And friends are like, no, this is like, do you see him? I'm like, no, he's not. How is this man attractive when he just did this to me without knowing me? I would never date a man moving like this. And I am, as a woman, I don't want a stranger just thinking you could do whatever. You don't know me, but I'm a freshman, so they're going to test you. And that was one of the last parties I went to that year because I was scared. So the rest of my friends, I'm like, if we ain't got five or more that can fight, because we might have to, as women, we got to stick together. And you never know, we might have to fight men. Look at this. My
that's
first
crazy.
experience, my first night. So,
Yeah, that's super crazy. And that's not what going to further your education should encompass. You know,
exactly.
it
And
should
these
not.
men with these brotherhoods, they should be prestigious, pledging together, doing all these great things together, having morale and principles together, kings. Yeah. You gonna haze and beat the hell out your brother. You gonna go and say, we're gonna run a train on this woman. Craziness, just so that you can cross in the brotherhood of black men at HBCUs. What the hell
That's
is
not.
wrong with
Is that
us?
all of them? Is that
Not
all
all
of
of
them?
them, I'm
That's not all of
sure,
them, right?
but some of them. They
I mean,
haze.
yeah. I mean, of course, it's no thing is 100% perfect.
Right,
You know,
right.
um, but that is definitely something that I think they put. I think they've been since the time you've been in school.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've been clamping down on stuff like that a lot more now.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't even think the younger generation is built like that, like them guys was in the 70s and 80s and 90s. I don't
Right.
even I don't even think they built like that. I don't even think that they, you know,
Right.
I-
They're gonna go to Rush strapped in the middle of the night, like, y'all try us, we got guns. They're gonna be like, gang gang. They're gonna be like, we already in gangs.
but the guys at the college, not the college guys though, right?
Not the college guys, but look at these generations now. You just never know. They're not letting nobody beat their tails though. I don't see
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, like as far as
it.
the hazing and
Yeah, I don't. They gonna be like, listen, we got guns. Like y'all old heads, we gonna shoot. So
yeah. Yeah,
you
I
just
think
never
them
know
young
what they're
guys,
gonna do.
I think them younger guys though, just like you said, like they don't want to get hazed, they don't want to get beat up.
Yeah,
I don't think they necessarily shooting. I think they just quit. I think they're
right,
quitters. They quit
exactly.
easy.
But
You know,
they would speak up. They would try them. Like you know,
and
this
they are a
we
lot more
not them. We not the guys from the past. This the new nation. This the new generation. So.
like younger black guys that aren't like over thugged out, or young
Mm-hmm.
sliders and steppers and all that. They know with all that. They are, you know, they are a lot more mild mannered.
Right. Yes.
So so I can't see them being rowdy like that. Like they so video sit back and chill. Like I can only imagine the frat house being different now. Like you going in, everybody on some playing some
Mm-hmm.
video games, they on Tinder and shit. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like they not really trying to holler at the girl on campus. Maybe one or two guys.
Mm-hmm.
But like everybody else is like they on Tinder or something. They on an app. Just like it's not just like a whole pack of heathens like it used to be back in the day.
Right. Where they just like, hey, we drinking, we having a party, we
Yeah,
turning up. They're like, we chilling.
I think it might be a little bit different, but I don't know. I'm not in college,
Well,
but
I still check on my sugar booze, my some of my students that are in college, and
yeah,
it is very different, especially the jocks. Like I have a student that I hired as my athletic director during the summer before he went to college to prepare him, and he was like, "Oh, Miss Siobhan, like I feel very sheltered. I was not prepared in this way," and I was like,
okay,
"You, with the family you came from." Y'all know how to turn up. Y'all the moonshiners. You weren't prepared. He said, I actually didn't try it. I actually wasn't doing it. I said, I am thankful. I am proud of you.
yeah.
And
you
and after
you
one
don't
year,
get
he was
high
like,
off
I
your own
can't pledge
supply.
though. Because he
You
was like,
don't.
I'll fight the people. He was like, I can't have them doing this to me because I'll fight them. So like
Okay.
this is what I mean by the generation. He like we ain't doing it. Like even the ones that I've talked to that are like former high schoolers from like 2 and 3 years ago, they're like, nah, we ain't hazing. We got guns. We got this. This is why I'm telling you this because this is what they've told me. They're like, nah, I
Yeah,
would just
yeah.
rather
I
not
mean,
pledge. If I got to do this, I'm gonna
I
beat
don't
their
think that's
tails.
cool. I don't think
Yeah,
that's cool. I don't think
right.
that's cool. You know, like I don't think that that's cool even as a joke to be like they got guns.
Yeah,
And it's because I come from an era where you're not scared to take an ass whooping.
right,
Like losing sometimes builds character. Losing always builds character because every loss is a learning lesson. You learn
right.
something.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to take a loss, like you're not a good winner, you're not able to win if you never have
Yes,
taken a loss. If you don't know what it's like to suffer defeat, you
right.
know.
If you're not willing
So
to try to fight it out.
so like so like them saying that, I get it, and
But
I
it's what's in our
understand.
music. They call it the YNs, the young, you
Yeah,
know.
I get it.
So
Yeah,
they're like they're quick to do this. Some of them even from where we're from here. Some of
yeah,
them are
yeah.
like I've been trained to do this, and that's what it's about. Like even listening to them, they're
But
like, I
but
know
they've
how to
been
shoot. I
trained.
know how to do
They've been
this.
they've been trained to defend themselves, or have they trained to be some suckers? And it's a difference because self defense is self defense. All right,
Right.
but being scared to use your hands, all right,
Mm-hmm.
and be and self-control and know you're not trying to kill somebody with your hands. You just, hey, if you just need as masculine energy, if this how you want to resolve your issue, because we can't talk, you're unable to communicate, like your mouth working, your brain just might not be working. Okay,
Right.
fair enough. And you want to box, okay, we could box. Now after that, hopefully we're gonna have some libation and we're gonna get back to the conversation like we should have. But at
Right.
least that would have got, no matter who win or lose, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
then when a person can't take a ass whooping, then they go to the gun,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know, because now they feel as though they have something to prove other than learning the lesson that, okay, I shouldn't have tried to physically challenge this person.
Mm-hmm.
We should have just resolved our issue and had a conversation.
Right.
Because if that's what we was going to get to, then why did we take all that time to box?
Yes.
If we was going to talk it out anyway, then why you wanted to box? Why you
Right.
wanted to fake like you wanted to box? Why you wanted to
Mm-hmm.
act like you wanted to fight about it? If really you just wanted to talk. Like, the thing is that people will, in a lot of them situations, people will talk as if they want to antagonize, and
Mm-hmm.
they because they're not trying to solve, they're not trying to get the resolve. They just trying to cause more confusion. They trying to antagonize. They trying to be manipulative. They trying to. I call it being on some sucker shit, because
Right.
you wasting time when we could just be resolving the issue and everybody could get back to happy. You know.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So the younger generation being on that type time, you know, it's worrisome because it's not harnessed.
Yes.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like and it's doing way more damage
And good.
than
Mm-hmm.
good. You know.
And they lack the interpersonal skills. We don't have those anymore. It's like, this is what I want. This is what I'm feeling in this moment impulsively. My mind has not processed the bigger picture. I have not thought about every single outcome before I proceed. And because we don't have those interpersonal skills anymore, or that regard to someone else's life, look at what's happening. If you go on Roblox, shooting, Fortnite, shooting, Minecraft, everything we're looking at is fighting. But it's,
GTA.
yes, exactly, Grand Theft Auto. But it's no, hey, y'all, this shit ain't real, okay? This ain't real. Don't do this. But they're so focused on doing this every day, watching this every day. They're on autopilot. They are robotic. They are following out, and it's like, these are just the motions. This is not real, but this is real. That's why we're seeing that 7-year-olds have shot their mothers because they wouldn't give them the screen. They took their phone. Now they're dead. Now a kid has to be like, dang, my mom isn't here. And I got my phone, but gosh, I really don't have my mom. Like, I'm not in a game. This is real.
Mom's gone and all they got is the broomstick prank to watch.
Right.
because
Right.
because they, because there's no one there to filter these things
Yep.
like this. So now that same child sees these type of images and imagery, all right,
Mm-hmm.
now wants to go and recreate that, thinks that that's cool because they're doing it, what, for clout, for likes,
Right.
views, all of that stuff. And then now, what, charged with sexual assault,
Yeah.
or end up doing it to the wrong woman, and she feels assaulted and she ain't having it that day, so then she up the blick because because
Yeah.
she's licensed to defend herself.
Right. And they
you
labeled
know
as a public sex offender young
you
because
know
they didn't want to
if
communicate
if they don't
properly.
lose their life, yeah, if they don't lose their life, then you get a
Right.
sex offender tag for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know this has got to stop, man. Like,
It
you know i
does.
I commend those young men for not committing any crimes, for not out here robbing and killing and stealing, and but this is damaging to the psychological mindset of your little cousin, your little niece, all these,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm talking about all them young men who were sticking broomsticks in betweens, them women's legs, and all of them women who, even if they was act like they enjoyed it,
Yeah.
or anything that was remotely close to making it cool.
Right.
Okay, y'all damaging all your little babies,
Right.
all your little cousins and everybody, somebody else's whose parents don't filter their stuff, who don't
Yes. And don't
monitor
see.
their stuff.
Yeah. You have
You
to
know,
monitor them to be able to do what we're doing. We're explaining, hey, we hope that this wasn't the case, but this is what it looks like. This is our interpretation. And
that's it.
yeah, and we're simply breaking it down. But that's why it's
That's
like,
it.
if parents took the time to say, hey, what you watching? I'm looking at your YouTube history. Why are you watching all of that? Are
Right.
you in some type of hypnosis about this subject? Or like even with mukbanging, me and my daughter had to talk about this. And
With
also
what?
women mukbanging, which
I don't even
is
know what that is.
it's when people are overeating and they're live streaming them eating, and they're eating all of this stuff, and sometimes that's sexualized too, with what they are eating and how they
Mm.
are eating it. And children are watching this, and some of them are doing things deliberately to over sexualize eating the food. Come on.
We'll do a show about it. We ain't gonna get into too much of it because
Yes.
we want to stick to this thing right here, and these sexual assaults, and American culture, over sexualized, hypersexualizing everything.
Everything.
You
That's
know,
pretty much what I was just highlighting to say. It's the same thing in the slightest things that children view.
and
And
you
they
saying
just
and you saying and eating food, they're hypersexualizing that,
Earl, the
and eating
slurping.
food.
Yes, yes. It's so weird. Even the Chinese women that no little kids are watching, they're doing things to arouse the men. That's why you can even have a OnlyFans for mukbang for food. And
Just eat,
also,
just eating ice cream and
yeah, or seafood boils or fruit that looks exotic and that have different textures and different things. So like even when you're watching it, it's like this is what they're deliberately trying to do. It's like an innuendo without doing it. Like the broom, like just a lot of innuendos, but if they're not explained, then the children are like, this is decent behavior. This is okay.
let me tell you something. I'm stuck in a bubble or something because
As you should be. That means you're doing good, Earl.
I'm
You're
for
doing
real,
good.
man. Like I'm stuck in a bubble because you just said it. And let me explain. Let me make sure I'm clear.
I'm gonna have to see some
Let
videos
me make
outside of
sure I'm
this.
clear. If it's near my eye, let me make sure I'm clear because you just blew my mind. You saying it's OnlyFans pages where they just eating bananas and strawberries and just like eating fruit. Like
And
that's a real a
seafood boils,
seafood. I'm not
sucking
even
on
gonna get.
crab legs, making things. I'm not over sexualizing it, but
That's
they do.
crazy.
And you could
That is
tell, like, even the
crazy.
things that they say when they're doing it, or like
What's
even when they're eating pickles, and like
yeah,
the
yeah,
men
all
are,
that
oh,
stuff, all that.
yes, and the men are like, hey, I wonder what you, and children are seeing this stuff. That's why I'm like, I wish we could just have a disclaimer where it's people like us, hey, click on us. All right, so this is our interpretation. Children don't do
Crazy.
this. Men, women, stop this shit. Okay.
Like how do people pay for that? Like it's sick because people pay to see this. Like
Yes, yes, they'll
that's
do
that and that's what got my mind
OnlyFans.
blown. Is
Hmm.
like how does a person that's wild. And one side is just like, okay, it's a harmless, but it's not harmless. I can't say harmless. Let me take that word back. It's a way to make money that does not cause bodily injury to a person.
Yes,
Okay.
or someone else degrading you. You're
Or so
doing it.
or someone else degrading you.
Hmm.
Okay. So because I always look at both sides of the love coin, both sides of the balance. It's my op. We got to keep the balance. So we look
Yes,
at both sides of the
scale.
coin.
Hmm.
So I'm like, and I'm just using a coin for right now, right? Both
Right.
sides of the coin. So I'm like, okay, So I can see where a person could justify themselves doing something like that, right? And saying that it's harmless.
Right.
Okay. But it's not harmless. And then on the other side of the coin is like, okay, like you said, it's self-degrading.
Yes.
Okay. But then there's people willing to pay for that.
Yes.
So it's like, so you can go low, and then there's even a lower version of a human that's willing to pay to watch this
And
and
it
get
gets
off on
worse.
it. And it's
Earl,
just
you
like,
ain't even heard the worst part.
this
The
is
worst part
crazy.
about it is the women that are already obese are the ones doing it like the sloppiest, are the ones with the sensory sounds, the slurping, and they're big.
So the
So
big
they
girls
are
got the
promoting
sloppiest.
obesity. I'm sorry, but no, they're doing stuff on purpose because
The big
the
girls got the sloppiest.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I love y'all, but I'm just saying my synopsis of what it is, okay? I'm just saying.
Now big girls need love too, Craig.
Yes, but they are promoting obesity. And now these kids, hey, I want all of
Awful.
it. Can you eat that? Yeah, I can eat a whole plate full so they can mukbang
Mukbang. That is awful. It
or
don't even
mukbang. It's Chinese or
mukbang. What?
Japanese.
Oh man, it
And
just
you got them doing it, but now we're copying them.
why?
And like it's plates, plethoras, spreads of food, and it's also wasteful. It's so wasteful to watch one person eat like 6 meals.
I
It's
know, right?
crazy.
That's horrible, man. But it's amazing at what people use for entertainment. I guess
Yes.
somebody could say that, you know, what we doing for entertainment is is amazing. Thanks.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
you know,
It's
but
informative.
yeah, but we definitely ain't we banging out these topics, man. But
Exactly.
this is
Conscious thinking, critical thinking.
I mean, come on, but that is, yeah, that was a plateful.
Literally, yes.
Literally.
I'm gonna send you these videos, bro. You about to be like, oh no.
Nah, we gonna do a show. That's awful. It's awful, one bang. But
Yes.
yeah, y'all. We've been talking about this broomstick prank tonight and sexual assault. And man, I mean, like, I don't know if this will even, I don't know if this will change the dynamic a little bit, if people will become a little bit more aware of it and start to actually speak up and say, hey, we need to do something about this, or if it'll just continue on as, it's just a prank. Let the kids do their thing. That's what they do now. That in y'all day, it wasn't that, and this is what they doing that. You get so many different dumbass arguments and you know yeah, I'm not sorry, I'm biased. I
Exactly.
don't apologize for it. But we need to get back to a real love.
Yes.
And like the example that we showed where the young brother, after the foolery,
Yes.
just uh com- uh complimented the young lady,
Hmm.
and she complimented him back, and they exchanged a nice little dialogue, exchange numbers, whatever. Like, man, that's the way to do it if you're gonna
Yes.
do it at all you
Right.
know
He had the capacity the whole time. He showed I am a gentleman. I know exactly what to say if I do this properly. I don't have to joke and prank her and do this for entertainment purposes. I really can speak kindly. I can read her energy. I can look into her eyes. I can make this feedback with her with my body before I even say something.
right.
But he went that far to do that, to really show I have it the whole time. So y'all follow the secondary part. That King Earl was saying this is what he should have led with. And you said that at least like 3 times. He should have just done this from the get-go. He had it the whole
That's
time. Look at
it.
her response.
The whole time it was there.
Yes. And with all of them almost except for about 2 of them, because they were like, no, sir, you We about to fight. And I would have been one of those like, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. Like I told you, it's not about looks. It's about your actions, your purpose, your execution. And for you to do that first, you're trying to fight. You're not trying to talk to me. You definitely not trying to ask me for my number. What?
Definitely not, right?
Like, so yeah. But it was awesome, I think, as a first topic to really show what is entertaining. And it looks entertaining and oh, that's funny, that's a prank. But really at the end of the day, sometimes entertainment or dark humor in this way is actually defamation of character to such a sensitive people that are already in the limelight as looked at as this, and we treat each other that way, and it's not the case at all. So it's like if we want to have a better change in this world, it starts with us. It starts with these streamers. It starts with intentionality and true purpose. And when we are speaking anytime, when we are conveying anything or trying to show this is an interpretation, the whole world kind of sees it like this. But Earl knew exactly how I would see this video. He already knew.
I had an idea, but I'm glad that we got together this evening and we got to share it with our viewers because you
Yes.
know it definitely need to be shared and it needs to be talked about, examined, discussed, all of that, put out on the forefront, exposed, because this ain't love, you know
Yes.
this ain't
Not at
love.
all.
And I know nobody wants their daughters to be approached like that. you
Mm-hmm.
know no mother or father should want their son to be approaching
Approaching
women,
women in that manner.
you
Yes.
know
Mm-hmm.
so we had to put that out there, and
Yes.
everything Empress Nia Ma'at just said, like, I'm just gonna echo that, and we're gonna leave it like that, y'all.
Yes.
Because this is disgusting. They need to do something different, for real.
Right.
It's plenty more pranks that can be done without this one.
Yes.
This is a prank that black culture, American culture, you know, does not need. You know,
Ashe.
hip hop culture, none of that. We don't need this.
Right.
And I'm not the spokesperson or the president or the
Mm.
the chairman of the board, none of that. But we not down with the broomstick prank at DB Chef TV or the
Right.
Love Speak podcast, man. Like,
Not at all.
we're not promoting that behavior. And
We want.
we grew up where you gotta keep your hands to yourself
Yes.
and respect others. Don't touch somebody the way you wouldn't want them to touch you.
Yes.
So I don't know if those things are still being reiterated throughout the the home spaces, but clearly it's not. It's missing the mark.
Right.
you know
Every action, there's a reaction. We're not taught that anymore.
no, no, not at all.
Yes, but that was very eloquently said, brother. And maybe this is what we're going to have to do with all these viral videos. Maybe we're supposed to also break some of them down. Now, we do have a whole nother component to the Love Speak. Y'all, stay tuned. It's going to get even better. We're going to have so many concepts that we show to really show the true unity of our people and what we could be if we thought a little bit deeper and chose a little bit more wisely. Okay.
What's that? Say that one more time, Empress. What was that last part? And what we have to do?
We have
More.
to make better choices. We have to
Make better
choose
choices.
more wisely. Choose
Choose more
better
wisely.
for
Choose
ourselves
better.
and for others. And creating spaces where we're able to say, let's think a little bit about this before we do that again. Let's make sure that what we want to put out there is what we really want to put out there from our hearts, and that nobody gets anything misconstrued with our true purpose and intention and reason and vibration. So I'm just grateful that my big brother was like, sis, let's do this. And I'm like, I think like my bro. So this is great. But we do have different perspectives with other things. We
Yeah,
truly
yeah,
do.
yeah.
So this is why it's a great balance. But also, Earl is my big brother. I don't have to worry about these people in these videos, these kind of men being crazy, because Earl is a perfect gentleman, which is why he can speak on what he would have done, because he really would have did it, okay? So
It's
I'm just
ridiculous.
thankful that we are, and even with our age and Earl talking about, yeah, I'm in a bubble. I'm old now.
I must
I
be
don't
old
know
now
what's
for real.
going on. He
I
knows
don't.
exactly what's going on. That's why he
I
lives
don't.
the way he does.
I don't. I don't. Don't blow. See, blowing up the spot like little sisters.
No, no, we're gonna talk
Too
about that on
early.
another time. We're gonna talk
Too
about that
early.
later. But there's a reason why we are sharing these topics as well as our very own disclaimers since they didn't. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And with
Okay.
that said, we want to thank everybody for joining us this evening.
Yes.
Make sure to like and share the video. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of the Love Speak podcast.
Yes.
Also, make sure to have a peaceful, positive, and productive rest of your week. Peace, Empress.
Peace and peace and purpose, kings and queens. Stay royal.
Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at www.dbcheftv.com.